Hello everybody, my name is Natalia Leigh and I'm the author of the young adult novels Highborn and Way of Spears. And today I am here with Jessi Elliott, who is the author of the recently released Twisted Fate. So Jessi, can you tell us a little bit about Twisted Fate?
For sure. Twisted Fate is a new adult urban fantasy in the romance genre. It is about a college senior named Aurora who is human, and one night she goes to a party with her friends and is kidnapped by the leader of the Fae, thus thrusting her into a world that she never really knew existed and is now kind of forced to comprehend these creatures existing in her world. And along the lines of her trying to deal with that, she's also dealing with the human things, so like graduating college, trying to find work, so that kind of thing, those kind of things, which I think are super important to talk about.
Fantastic. So Jessi self-published Twisted Fate, and why did you make that decision, and was it a difficult one to make?
I don't think it was a difficult decision for me at the time that I made it, basically because the reasons for it were, one, I wanted a lot of control over it, and I knew going the traditional route, I was basically handing over the reins, and I wasn't going to have a lot of say in everything that I wanted to have a say in. And another huge reason for it was the genre. I know fantasy is really popular right now and like urban fantasy, but new adult is still so fresh to the market that I think agents and publishers are still a little nervous about it. They don't know how their demographic or their target demographic is going to respond to it, so you don't see much of it traditionally published yet. And I knew that it was going to be a struggle to get an agent for my debut that would look at a new adult and paired with the genre that it was. And so it wasn't really a hard choice for me to say, okay, well, I have the resources to self-publish it, so that's what I'm going to do.
Right, so you touched on it being new adult, and that new adult is so new to us that we're not seeing a lot of it in traditional publishing. Do you feel like it being in the romance genre also played into your self-publishing decision?
I think so, definitely. I know that romance is such a huge genre, especially in self-publishing, that would hopefully help me in getting it out to the readership that I wanted and to see the success of my debut, which is what everybody wants, right?
Absolutely. So when it comes to both traditional and self-publishing, you'll definitely have to do some of your own marketing, and Jessi had to do a ton of marketing for Twisted Fate. So can we talk a little bit first about like your platform and if you feel like that helped in your marketing at all?
I think it definitely did. I try to do my best. So there's like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Goodreads is considered a marketing platform, but as authors, I think a lot of us are afraid of it and we don't really delve into all the options and all the ways that we could use it. But I focus definitely on Twitter and Instagram. I'm really not a fan of Facebook, but it's just something that you have to consider because so many people do use it. But still I focus on the two that I enjoy using. So I put a lot of effort into that. I looked at how other people in both my genre and other genres and publishing traditionally and self-publishing, how they were marketing their books on their platforms, and then I kind of considered that while still sticking with my brand that I'm trying to make for myself as an author, not specifically for this book or for this series, but for myself. And I kind of planned out how I wanted to come across. I didn't want every single thing I posted to be promo, promo, promo.
Right. Buy my book, buy my book, buy my book.
Because I hate seeing that from authors that I follow. So it's hard to find a balance of posting about your books, posting about your friends' books or authors that you enjoy their books, and like a little bit more personal stuff. It's hard to find a balance, but I think it's really important to try, and so that's basically what I did for my social media marketing.
Okay, and then what other methods did you use? Did you do a blog tour? Did you send out ARCs? So what did you use, and which one do you feel was most successful?
So I did do a blog tour. I outsourced that, so I hired a PR company to set it all up because I knew how to do it, but I didn't know with my debut how much of a reach I was going to have. And I knew with a PR company, they already have bloggers on their list that they will send out asking for them to sign up for it and that. So I did that for my first one. And I also did send out a handful of print ARCs to people that I contacted, basically bookstagrammers, because I am a fan of that platform and I use that platform. And I don't think I'll do that again just because I don't think it was a good return in my investment. Because being in Canada, I spent so much money on postage, and for a few Instagram photos, it was not worth it. But I am going to do a blog tour again because I think that really is beneficial because you send out e-arcs, which is free for the author to do.
Right.
I mean, I paid for the blog tour through the company, and I don't think I'll do that again. I think now that I've learned more, I'll do it myself, but I think it's definitely a great way to not just share it on your platform, but you're also going to get the readers from all those bloggers' platforms as well.
So you will do the blog tour again, organizing it yourself. You'll send out e-arcs rather than paperback versions.
Yeah.
And then do you have anything else, like any other marketing ideas moving forward with Twisted Gift that you did not use for Twisted Fate?
Yeah, so for Twisted Fate, for swag, I stuck with like the basic bookmarks, and I probably will do that again for Twisted Gift. And I did like some pre-order swag, so I have like pins and lip balms. And I want to do more swag items. But maybe a little bit more cost effective this time, because I know with my first book I blew a lot of money, and this time I'm really trying to pull back on budget and use my money effectively so I can get a better return on my investment.
Fantastic. And then moving forward, we have Twisted Gift coming out. And do you plan to self-publish that one as well?
Yes.
Okay. And then do you have anything kind of in the works after that is finished? What else can we expect from you?
I have a novella planned in the Twisted world, which I'm super excited about. I'm not really sure how that's going to work yet. It's with a couple of these secondary characters, and I have a few ideas that I'm tossing around. I want to write a new adult paranormal romance, a contemporary romance, that I'm not sure if it's going to be young adult or new adult yet, and I have another paranormal romance that I haven't decided which level. I call them levels because it's like we have children, middle grade, young adult, upper YA, new adult, adult. So I'm not sure where it's going to fall yet. And then I do have a rewrite that I want to do of a YA paranormal romance that I thought was initially going to be my debut, and I've talked about this a bit on my channel before. It's called The Devil's Waltz, and I really, really loved it, but it has a lot of issues, and I need to put a lot of work into it. But eventually one day I think it will be out in the world.
Well, especially now going back after you've written Twisted Fate and Twisted Gift, and you have so much experience moving forward. So do you feel like you want to continue in the self-publication realm, or do you ever want to try to venture into traditional publication?
I think that both have their pros and cons, and I think a lot of author-tubers have talked about it. I think one day I would eventually like to be a hybrid author, so not sure if that means I'll have an agent, or if, because I know there are ways around having an agent and getting traditionally published, so I would love to see myself in both worlds just to see the difference and how I feel about that, and try to, it'll be interesting to compare them if I do end up publishing both ways.
Yeah, like if you were able to experience both realms, you could choose where you felt most comfortable and where you think your books fall within those realms.
Yeah, and where they do the best.
Yes, exactly. All right, Jessi, thank you so much for joining me today. We are both here at the authortube retreat. We are filming in Kristen Martin's office right now. We've been filming all day, so we're pretty exhausted. It's time for us to go and get some food. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Bye.